Hello YouTube, my name is Eazy and welcome to First Reaction. In this video we're going to talk about Homeland Season 5 Episode 6, which is called Parabiosis. Parabiosis means the artificial joining of two individuals, which obviously if you watch this episode until the end, most probably means the joining between Carrie and Saul. Well, let's start from the beginning. From the beginning we see Mr. Zaid, I don't know his first name, I just caught that, released from a prison, and we see the journalist, the American journalist that works for Deering. She's trying to ask him questions about something, he ignores her, and he meets with somebody in the car. I think it's Hussein. Hussein is the doctor who is with the, I want to say the jihadi terrorist group or some sort of organization, and he's the person who adopted Saul and saved his life because Saul was dying and obviously about to commit suicide. Anyway, the second scene we see is Saul and Carrie. Now they have a conversation, and Carrie, confronts Saul about Saul being the one to assassinate her, and Saul denies it. Carrie believes him, but unfortunately Saul also denies Carrie any help. Carrie tries to tell him, look, it's the Russians, it's not who you think it is, there's some more to this, but I need the documents, I need to see what's in there to figure out what's going on. Saul flat out refuses Carrie at first, and he says no to Carrie, which leaves Carrie devastated, and we don't see her until later. She turns to other people. Saul leaves her stranded, basically, or deserted. And then this, of course, changes when Saul sees a Russian person, or actually no, sorry about that. Saul doesn't see a Russian person. Saul sees someone tailing him and speaking with the brunette CIA, the person he's sleeping with. And Saul talks to, what's her name? Allison? I want to say her name's Allison. Let's just say Allison for now. She tells Saul, look, yeah, we do have someone tailing you. It's Dar's orders. Now, she is working for the Russians, and she is trying to get Dar and Saul on the opposite sides and working against each other. This makes her job a lot easier and deflects the blame off of her and onto Saul. And then we go back to Carrie speaking with Redhead 2.0, and Redhead 2.0 is not having any of it, breaks up with her, more crying. Carrie's, of course, no one's on Carrie's side right now, she has nobody to turn to, and eventually she turns to Otto Deering. Before that happens, Saul and Dar have a conversation. Saul goes back to the embassy, and Dar is telling him, look, I think it's you, I think it's Israel, stop, and something fishy is going on here, and it can't be anybody else. Saul obviously saying, look, you're wrong, it's the Russians, I have a good lead on this, and Dar is saying, what, who's telling you this? And Saul can't answer him because Saul knows it's Carrie, the one who's telling him this. Also, Saul, I think, he has a bit of a suspicion with Allison. I'm pretty sure that Allison is, she's gonna get it, obviously, and I hope she gets it by the end. And but Saul, I think it's there behind, it's in the back of his mind. So that's that. And so Saul now knows that it's Russian. He's pretty confident it's the Russians, but there's no way to lead to that or prove that unless he gets the documents for himself. Unfortunately, because Dar has kicked him off and basically banished him, taken away all his security privileges and his briefing privileges, he has been ostracized. So this leads to Saul stealing the documents from the CIA, which he then brings to Otto Deering to give to Carrie. Now, so thus the name of the episode, Parabiosis. At the end of the day, Saul trusts Carrie. It's the only person he can turn to at the end of the day. He gives Otto Deering the documents to be able to give to Carrie. Now, the CIA, suspicious of this, and actually Dar and the brunette CIA lady, the bad girl, she calls Saul, tells him, look, to come back, bring the documents, you're not supposed to have it. Saul denies having it, and he gives it to Otto. Well, he doesn't deny it, he kind of says, oh, too bad. Gives it to Otto During to give to Carrie, but the CIA henchmen come to arrest him just in time, and just tries to stop him from giving it to During, which of course they fail, because During finds the documents already in his jacket pocket. I mean, Saul's a master spy. Some CIA henchman isn't going to stop him to do anything. So now we have Saul back on Carrie's side. Otto During is helping Carrie and helping Carrie get an airplane for some reason. Carrie has a plan already. Saul, of course, is being detained, so I don't know how much more Saul's going to be a player in all this, but he did give Carrie the documents, which is very, very big. Now we have Quinn, who is on the outside of all this. This is the story B, plotline B. Now Quinn, he is in, I don't want to say captivity, they refer to him as a guest. He's a guest. I wasn't really paying attention of what organization the Arabs are in. It's some sort, I think it's some sort of, I want to say it's an extremist organization, I think, or they're not mercenaries. I'm not pretty sure, so please let me know in the comments below. Try to clarify that for me. I'm still not exactly sure who they are, because Hussein seems to be like a really, really good guy. But the other guy, Mr. Zaid, I forget his first name, the one who got released at the beginning of the episode, he's very suspicious and he's distrustful of Quinn, who right out says, I am a spy, and so he wants Quinn executed. Quinn, of course, has no regard for his own life anymore, and he almost wants to die. But at the end, when the crazy man, the others refer to Mr. Zaid as the crazy man, tries to kill Quinn, as he is the boss at this point, Quinn defends himself. I don't think, even if Quinn does want to die, even if he does want to die, he's not going to die from the hands of this asshole. And the guy cuts him, Quinn goes into spy mode, hits him right in the neck right there, bam, guy's dead, right on the spot, one hit. Can't fuck with Quinn, still the G's thug of them all, and Quinn is alive. But, you know, Quinn, he is helping this Arab organization. I'm not sure if they're a terrorist organization. They must be. They're not with the CIA or with the Germans or with the hacker group. We didn't really see too much of the hacker group in this episode and what's going on with him. I forget the guy's name with the beard, the Turkish guy. And but Quinn is being taken care of by Hussein and his men. So do you think, my question for you is, do you think Quinn is going to start working for this Arab organization and lead them to, you know, infiltrate or defeat the CIA and go against Carrie and Saul, either at the end of this season or for next season? Or do you think these guys will actually help the CIA in some way and Quinn will lead them to that? And do you think that from now on Saul has complete faith in Carrie, or do you think that he gave her the documents because it was his last hope to clear his name, and he knows that if anybody can do it, it's going to be Carrie? What do you think Carrie wants with a plane? So let me know what you think, give me some predictions, and I can't wait for next week. This and The Affair are my top 2 shows right now, and of course The Walking Dead, but that's everybody's top show. And keep coming back to First Reaction with me, Eazy. Please subscribe below, like it at least, share it, tweet it, whatever you need. If you just help a brother out, subscribe to First RXN, exclamation point. Peace. I'll see you next week, or soon, depending on when I watch The Affair.